Welcome to the meeting point. My name is Michael Ikogo. In 2019, the world was taken by storm by a new virus called COVID-19. And since then, the world is yet to recover from the impact of that devastating virus, even in our own local soil. Many people were scared over the new normal that, was associated with the virus. Though the tension has come down over what happened in 2019 to 2020, 2021. But in 2022, we are still feeling the impact of COVID-19. And every government at all levels are working hard to see that they mitigate on the impact on humans, particularly with regards to deaths. This brings us to the topic for today's discussion on the meeting point: mitigating the impact of COVID-19 through Delta case. I have in the studio the Director of Administration, Delta State Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency, DEMSA, Mr. Abel. Ageh, you are welcome to this studio.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Well, from all indication, your agency is really working hard to ensure that the impact of COVID-19 on deaths is mitigated. Can you tell us the devastating nature of the virus when it came in 2019?
The virus actually took the world by storm in 2019, and most households were affected. People couldn't go to work, people couldn't mix up freely, people couldn't go to their farms, businesses were shut. You could remember, as at that time, people doing minor businesses along the roadside and everywhere couldn't really come out, and they ate into the monies that was meant for their businesses. As at that time, it was very funny. Pots of soup was being stolen by people because there was no means of livelihood. People who had poultry farms couldn't even see workers to work with them because they didn't know how it was going to affect them if they come out to mix up with people who were working with them. And so their birds died, farmlands were overgrown with weeds, and so crops couldn't actually produce effectively. Even drivers who were running transport along our roads couldn't even see passengers to carry. And so their homes were suffering. And even hospitals that were supposed to be the succor of people who contracted the diseases. Some of those workers were also afraid of going to work because they did not know actually the nature of the virus. And so, to worsen it, in Africa, we have a way we stigmatize people who are affected by certain diseases that are alien to us. We call them, these people are not good. I wore face mask to my villagers, and then everybody ran away. That this man has brought coronavirus to the village. It was like I was bringing the virus from the city to the village. I was seen as a pariah in my place. And so people who you expected to take care of you in the hospitals were also afraid because they did not actually know what exactly to do as at then, because it was new to us. And so it was a problem. The whole world was taken by storm. And then people started putting heads together to see that they combat the virus at all costs. That's where we are. So that time businesses were lost, jobs were lost, there was retrenchment, mass retrenchment, because if you're not going to work and I don't have a means of paying you, how do I keep you in my company? I retrench you so that you don't come and take me to court after then that I worked for you during the period and you didn't pay me. So it affected families, affected homes, affected businesses across board in 2019 to part of 2020.
Okay, some as at then, where will say that the virus was a scam, that it was just a gimmick by some businessmen who want to make money. But from what reports we had from the
NCDC.
Center for Disease Control indicated that so many Nigerians died as a result of that, and so many were also cured in the process of that. Were you among those who believe that it was scam?
Of course, no, because I work in the agency where we were frontliners in trying to see that we find out actually what the virus was all about. I didn't believe that, but Africans, we have a way with our things, a way with life. When something comes, we are always negligent, we are always careless about it. We say, I beg, it's not here. It doesn't affect me. It's not true. We have a way we behave. I'm not part of those people that did that. I caution my family. I try to tell people, because I read about it. I tried to go into the internet to find out what is happening across board in other countries. And I saw the devastating effect it had. Why I was worried then was that if it comes to affect me or somebody that I know, and maybe I'm not prepared financially, and then the technical enablement by the medical personnel we have in the country is not there to attend to the person, of course life will be lost, and then other people will also be affected and dreams will just die. So I was not part of that. I was very careful. But if you look at my car till today, I still have pairs of nose masks that I will use when I go to, and what I'm wearing now is also a protective item against contacting. As I'm here, I can't get anything from you, because this one I'm wearing is an artifact. It's something that keeps me protected from contacting any disease from somebody. All these ones are things that evolved from COVID-19. So that is the way it is. I'm not part of that.
Can you quantify the impact it has on
Colossal.
Nigerian economy,
and enormous,
particularly in Delta State?
Enormous. That time we had opportunity of going around. We had vehicles with protective equipment. We were going around. You see that you drive through a community, shops will not be open. You go to farmlands, nobody's working. You go to schools, everywhere shut. Marketplaces were shut, and so we saw hunger. Some people actually died of hunger. Some people were paralyzed because they didn't have means of livelihood anymore. Take for example, if you are in Asaba, you are walking from Intabara about to Opanam. Everywhere along the roadside, you see petty traders. You see people who are doing these petty jobs, like all these artisans. That at that time of the COVID-19, none of these things was happening. And those people are daily paid workers. And they had families. So if that is true, how were those people eating? How were they surviving? It now led to crime in the society. We were burgling people's houses, burgling shops that were locked. The night when you wake up, a shop has been burgled. What are you looking for? They're not looking for money. Because even if you have the money, sometimes you may not see anything somewhere to buy something from. Because somebody is afraid to even sell to you. In place of giving you what you are buying, and you collect it from the person, the virus could affect the person that is giving to you. So people were also afraid. During the night, these people who were hungry burgled shops of people and then took their property. It's also a danger because at that time you are not a thief. The person you are robbing from is now losing property and losing money. So the effect was much.
Gradually, we have observed that the scare is no longer there because of the intervention of the medical sector, the World Health Organization, and all that. But the economic impact is still there. And I know that that is what your agency is trying to really intervene, to see that people who lost their businesses, people who suffered some in one way or the other, could be assisted to get back on their foot to do their business. Can you tell us what Delta Care is all about?
Okay. Well, I must give kudos first of all to the state governor, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, who saw the need to embrace Delta Cares. Delta Cares came to the country. It's a World Bank assisted program, intervention program aimed at supporting government budgeted plans of expenditure in trying to respond to the economy of poor and vulnerable households negatively impacted by COVID-19. You know, World Bank brought up this program to countries, and every country is supposed to have $75 million to assist the poor and vulnerable households and to revive micro, small, and medium enterprises. And so when it came to Nigeria, the Federal Care Support Unit came up with this program, and then they said state government should key into it. Each government is supposed to have $20 million that is reimbursable. But most governors in the states didn't see light in what was happening, and they were losing personnel, losing human beings, losing structures, losing people, losing whatever. So the governor came up with this program. He now called his executives, and then they discussed. And then the executive secretary in the Delta State Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprise Development Agency, Honorable Mr. Sevo, sat down, looked at the program, and they said, no, this is something we must key into. So we wrote a memo to ESCO to the tune of $998 million. And then the governor went to it. He had also attended several programs at that time at the federal level where state governors were briefed on what the World Bank intended to do. And he was the first to say, no, my state must be the first to key into this. And he approved $998 million for just my agency, which is a Resort Area 3, Jamsman. And then immediately he released $490 million. And that money was meant to assist micro, small, and medium enterprises that were affected. Now the program is not just about Resort Area 3. It has to do with 3 resort areas. World Bank said, okay, this COVID-19 has affected households, has affected sources of productivity in farmlands, and now it has also affected micro, small, and medium enterprises. And so what do? They had to come up with a development plan which is anchored in the program. Resort Area 1, we have to do with social transfer, livelihood, and so on. And then Resort Area 2 having to do with enhancing food productivity in the society, and then increasing social infrastructure. And then Resort Area 3, which is ours, is facilitating the recovery and enhancing the capabilities of micro, small, and medium enterprises across board. And so the governor approved that, and we had the World Bank also gave criteria to be followed, because even if they say they are going to give you the money and then you use it, you must follow certain criteria. Now the program is a P4R program, that is program for results. You must perform first before you are reimbursed. That was why the state governor said, okay, even if we spend money and we are going to be reimbursed after performance have been verified, you must release your funds for it to be used first before you can be reimbursed, which is why it is called a program to support government budgeted expenditure. So all agencies that are involved in this CARES program are platforms of state government that have already been doing such programs. So that's why I say I'm giving kudos to Governor Kola, because if he didn't have these platforms in place when this program came, we wouldn't have been able to do that. Some states are only applying only one of the resort areas. Resort areas 1, 2, 3 have 11 DLIs, what we call disbursement linked indicators. Each of them has a leg. One of them is cash transfer, through which the government pays money to widows, vulnerable households across board in the state, people who are sick, the disabled persons, that's the physically challenged persons, and who are sick, and old people. Every month they pay them money in the states. We also have widowhood and livelihood program where they pay widows every month in the state. These programs have been existing in the states before COVID-19 came. So that's why I say I'm giving kudos to the state governor because of the foresight that he has for creating such offices. Now, when they came in, they said, okay, the platforms that you have in your state are the ones that will run this program. So if the platforms were not there, these programs would have lost out. And all the people who are enjoying what we are doing today would not have been able to enjoy them. You know, there's also LIPW, Labor Intensive Public Works, where they go to communities to do social works, they clear compounds, they build small toilets and make sure they do sanitation, environmental situations everywhere they are. Then they also have Fadama, Resort Area 2, where they now go to the creeks, to the interiors. They say, okay, these people, they were farmers, they've been working, and then because of the COVID-19, their crops didn't do well, they couldn't go to farm, so how do we assist them? They give them farm crops, they give them fertilizers and so on, even some stipends to assist them in rejuvenating, reviving, resuscitating their farm work and inputs. So it's something that the government has done well in trying to do that. Last year, September 21st precisely, having given the agency 490 million, we worked in partnership with Bank of Industry. It's a federal agency known, it's a credible agency known by World Bank and everywhere in the country to have to handle micro, small and medium enterprises across the country. The vice president of the country, as we speak, that is his schedule. And I'm sure that is why even Atiku Abubakar, the president of PDP, has chosen our governor, because in terms of enhancing the capability of MSMEs across the states, he is number one. And that is the core priority of the vice president in the country. If you look at him, anything that has to do with MSMEs and enhancing small scale businesses, that is the purview of the vice president. So somebody who has done well like this is the person that is fit for that position. If you look at last year, we disbursed 400 million out of the 490 to 1,818 MSMEs across the state. Some of them got 150,000, some of them got 350,000, and some got 700,000. Those who got this money were those who followed the stipulated criteria set by the World Bank to get the money. Because if they say give money to people to revive their businesses, it's not every person who just come to say I have a business I give money to. No, the person must be registered, the person must have a fixed address, the person must have an account, the person must have a BVN, the person must have referees. Though all this is as criteria set by the World Bank that if you do not have these things which are verifiable, we cannot give you money. Now we now transfer this money to Bank of Industry because we don't have the infrastructure to give that money to 118 persons at once. The event was held at the Dome Event Center. World Bank representatives were present. The federal support unit of this project was present. And then even right there in the hall, Bank of Industry was disbursing money to people online and they were screaming. So it was not a scam, it was what actually happened. Presently, the governor has also approved the remaining funds for across all the resort areas to continue with the program. Now, what is it? In my resort area, the governor has released the funds for us to continue. One has to do with credit grants. What does that mean? Any business person that is registered in the states, who is doing business in the states, who obtained loans from accredited financial institutions in the states from June 16, 2020 till date, and has not been able to defray that loan, this office will give up to 40% of that money to assist the person that is owing that money. What is the effect of that? The banks who borrowed this microfinance banks who gave out these loans are suffering because the money they gave out had not been recovered. Some of them will not be able to pay their staff because the interest that is able to accrue is not coming. Those people who borrow this money are not at peace because the bank is at them. So when this money is given to pay off 40% of that, the bank is at rest, the business people are at rest, and society is better for it. That's not even the end. There is another one that is like 3, which have to do with IT enhancements for businessmen. Government has given you grants to sustain your business. They have also helped you to pay up to 40% of the existing loans that you took from finance banks, that financial institutions that are created by CBN, and then to help you grow your business. Government is not stopping there. What is government doing again? It's trying to give you IT enhancement facilities. For example, businesses are now digitalized. People do adverts with the Android phones. They use POS machines to collect money and pay money in their shops. And then people even need solar power panels to provide light for themselves. People need photocopiers in their shops. They need iPads. They need laptops. They need different structures to see that their businesses are run very well. So that is what we are doing right now. And for you to enjoy these things, it's not just that you just come. There are stipulated criteria. First of all, the banks will forward a name to us that you are owing them, stating when you took the loan, stating how much you took, stating how much you have paid, stating how much is left of the loan, and telling us your address. Then it doesn't stop there. You have to also go online to the dedicated portal to say, okay, I actually took loan from this bank. You state all those things. You give us your personal data that this is what and what. This is where I am. This is who I am. This is my place of work. This is where I stay. This is that you give us all those data. Then we can now go and verify.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what
thank you,
we are doing, my brother.
Director Admin. Them smart. The issue is this. We quite appreciate the step being taken by the state government to really ameliorate the suffering of debtors in as a result of COVID-19 pandemic. We said 400 million disbursed last year, September last year.
Yes.
How has been the level of monitoring and evaluation in your performance? Whether this money you disbursed has been able to mitigate the challenges they were facing then?
Very beautiful. That's why they talk of existing structure. We have a monitoring and evaluation department in that office, and I oversee them too. So we have scheduled visits that we go around all the local government areas to visit the people on the spot, to ask them, what did you use your money for? Of course, it's one of the reports we are giving to World Bank. We have given you money to pay your utility bills, to buy equipment in your shop, to pay your staff and all that. What is the evidence that you did that? You have to give us receipts to show that this is what they did. Sometimes you spot some of those things that they said they did. The essence of this program is to make sure that we teach our people documentation. Now, if we don't go around to follow them up on what they spend the money on, the essence of knowing how to document their records will be defeated. And then when World Bank comes to us, we will be moping. And then the governor will be on us. I gave you money to spend. How did you spend it? At the time, as a program manager, I will not be able to sleep. Because what am I going to tell the governor? That I gave money to people that are undeserving of the money? No. Of course, I went to a village, and then one woman said, "Oh God, come. What is it again?" I thought I was involved in one crime because it was the festive period I went to the village. He said, "No, I was the one that made her to buy sewing machines in her shop." How? He said she applied. Somebody told her about the program. She applied, and then she succeeded. The money we gave to her, she went to Onitsha straight from Masaba to Onitsha to buy sewing machines for her shop, and she showed me the machine. I was satisfied, and I blessed the governor for that. So we are going around to do our monitoring evaluation. Sometimes we call them because the governor is so consistent in trying to assist people in this regard. So if you are given money to invest in your shop and you don't use it properly, when the next phase of the program comes, you are automatically out of it. Because what the government is trying to do is to build up these people so that they become employers of labor, so that we can sleep with our eyes closed. If everybody is employed, I'm sure that we will not be locking our doors very tight when we are going to sleep. People will be happy that, of course, having to do. You wake up in the morning, you have somewhere to go to. And then you have someone that's going to put food on your table. You won't have reason to go and think of criminality. And I'm sure both of us will be happy with that. So it's a win-win situation for the states, win-win situation for all of us. And we need to just encourage them to, when we go around to check, they shouldn't bully us, because, of course, they say out of 12, there must be a Judas.
Yeah. So I'm coming to that level, to that place now.
Yes.
Before I ask you what the result area 3 is going to do, because I'm aware that we are planning for another phase of this intervention.
Yes.
So the last one you did, what was the process of selection? Because many people have accused government agencies of politicizing every policies that they bring on board.
Yes, it's very true that people will have their opinion when they run short of what their expectation. It's a competitive situation. We had over 5,000 applicants. 5,000 people applied. And World Bank gave us a benchmark. World Bank gave us 797 in that DLI 3.2, which is operational grants to MSMEs. 797, only 797 beneficiaries are supposed to get it. And we looked at it. This is the money that is meant for it. We cannot use it for operational grants or operational this thing. If World Bank says from that money you can take care of yourself, but no. What did we do? We sat down and said no. If we do it, it means that the purpose of why the government is releasing the money will be defeated. So we spread it across to 1,818. We went far beyond that. And out of 5,000 something people that applied, you are getting the point. The money cannot go around to those people, except the second round. So we told them no. Wait, after we are through with what we are doing, second round, because once we are reimbursed, the money is going to be revolving something. That after we are reimbursed, of course, it will plow back to
another batch will come.
Yeah. So we still have the data of those people that passed. Of course, it's not everybody that passed that we gave, which is correct. Most people passed, but if like you are going for admission in university, you say the cutoff point is 200. Over 3,000 students got 300. That cutoff point. What are you going to do? You are going to take from the first to the number you want to get. Other ones will not wait. That's how it is. So it's not that they just sat down and selected people.
Okay. Before I still go to the new one you're about to embark upon, there is this allegation. Then I accept it's not your office, but I remember vividly that during that period of cash transfer, some of your staff were accused of really collecting money from those beneficiaries. Is it true?
It's not true. We are not involved in cash transfer, and no staff of the CARES unit in the states can do that because we are well taken care of. World Bank has trained us to be very prudent and to be very careful in what we do. If you are found wanting, there are social safeguard precautions that are there. Somebody writes against you that you are taking money and it is justified. They are finished. Somebody went to World Bank, of course, that one office had to do with those. World Bank looked at it and it was not justifiable. It was just a frivolous allegation. They threw it away. World Bank will always want to look at everything. Right now, this program is not just ending here. Independent verification assessors are going to come. They call them IVAs. Next week, 7 to 9, they will be in the States. That is the pre-assessment. Those people are coming from federal to come and see what we have done. And they can just call on any of those beneficiaries and ask questions. They will not even stop there. They can even go to the village and see the person. Okay? They say they give you money. How you take that? My brother, that is gone. We are no longer getting the money. So that's why we must be careful to know who we give the money to and who we don't give the money to, because these things are going to be verifiable at the end of the day.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's look at the the Delta Cares Resort Area 3.
Yeah.
And the next one you are going to do. Can you give us the background of the next level you are going?
Yes, the next level, we're already on it. The next level is credit grants. Like I said, that one has to do with all business people who are on loan with accredited financial institutions with CBN. If you are on loan with Sharp or this Lapo, you are not part of it because those such agencies are not accredited institutions by CBN. If you go to CBN's website and Google it, they will tell you the accredited CBN financial institutions in states. Of course, we went to the office and we obtained it. After we Googled and took what we got, we were not satisfied. We had to get to them to give us the real names, addresses of all the financial institutions that are accredited in the state. So what we did by the stipulates of World Bank was to invite all the heads of financial institutions in the state to a meeting. It was done April 21st this year at the office, at our conference hall. And then all of them came. We sat down. I briefed them on the intention of government, what the government want to do in mitigating the effect of COVID-19 as regards our micro, small and medium enterprises in the state. And we told them that they have to help us with the names and details of all business people in their banks who have obtained loan from them, giving us details of their name, details of how much they took, when they took the loan, how much they've paid, how much is left. That is outstanding. And so after that, we told them to curry the favor and understanding of those their customers, because some people could see it as leaking their secrets, but when you tell them the effect it's going to have on them, helping them to solve their problems, they were happy. So they came, we told them, they forwarded their list to us already, and then they have also told their customers to go and apply to the dedicated portal, which they have also done. So what we are doing now is to look at the list to see if those people who they claim to have obtained loan from them are registered business people. Because for you to qualify, your business must have been registered 2 years before 2019. That's 2 years before 2020.
Okay.
That's to show that you are an existing business person. For COVID to have affected you not to have been able to pay up your loan, so that you just took the loan. If the loan is before June 16, 2020, you are not qualified. But before June 16 downwards, okay, for you to qualify.
Before I go to the next question, let's open up the line for our viewer to make contribution and ask questions on what we are just discussing. The topic once again is mitigating the impact of COVID-19 through Delta Cares, and our guest in the studio is the admin officer of Director of Administration, Delta State Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency, DEMSMA, and it's Mr. Abel Ageh. The number to call is 0812 106 9621. 0812 106 9621. The number again, the other number to call is 0807 843 4277. 0807 843 4277. You can call to ask question and make your contribution, because the topic we are discussing is how the Deltas are going to benefit from the intervention that Delta Care is providing, and how you can be a beneficiary of that. Mr. Ageh, is there anyone meant for the commoners, those who did not register their businesses, but they are farmers, either at doing livestock farming like poultry, piggery, grass cutter rearing, rabbitry, and snail farming, all those ones? Is there anyone for such persons?
Yes, Resort Area 2, Fadama, is handling such items. Resort Area 2, Fadama will be handling that. And for resort area 3, where I belong, what we are doing again is there are 3.3, which has to do with IT enhancement, like I said before. So those people who are doing minor businesses, who are small, informal businesses, of course, they can also apply. And then we assist them with little things that will make their businesses blossom. Nowadays people rely on transferring money. They are not saying it's a cashless economy. People no longer go with money around. So anything, you just carry your POS, your ATM card, and slot into your ATM machine, and then you collect your money or you pay. Even you go to shopping malls now, you don't see people carrying cash around. They just go and slot in their money. So the government is also looking at that. You apply, we can give you what they want. Even photographers who are doing businesses, well, of course, we can also, if they apply, we can also give them cameras to do their businesses. Depending on the number of people that apply, that will make us go and get those things. And with the way the program is designed, we cannot buy the items ourselves.
Okay.
Yes, what we need to do is to first of all advertise for vendors who will provide those items. That's what World Bank stipulated. Advertise for vendors in the papers, and then they will apply to the office, and then a tenders board meeting will be convened, where you have a National State Commission will be there. You have SCC will be there. The State Cares Coordinating Unit will be there. The state, the SCSC will also be there to look at what they are going to observe, what we want to do, and then choose the vendors. After choosing the vendors, we must forward the list of people, we have the list of vendors chosen to Bank of Industry. They will now use the infrastructure they have to say, okay, this person is qualified to do this or not. They give us advice on what to do. So we don't have the final say in all these things. Then we now say, okay, these people have applied for this and that. These are the ones we are going to give to this one based on his experience and the profile of the vendor. We are going to provide this, we are going to provide that, we are going to provide that. When they bring them to us, we look at those our clients who have applied through the portal to give them whatever.
Okay. What is the mode of application?
It's online. Okay. Yes, you go to, if you don't have a means of doing it online. I don't have the website. It's not okay. The website is a Platts website. Maybe you can. I don't know if I can send it to you to.
No, we may not.
So you can come to the office.
Except we are going to pay for advance.
You can come to the office come to the office as from tomorrow.
Okay.
And then there is an officer who will assist them in doing the application.
Okay.
Yes, and most even these people selling rice or anything you want, you come there, you apply. Of course, we'll give you something, at least as long as it is an IT enhancement material that will enable you to do your business effectively.
Okay, certainly we know that government have done some of these programs before now, even though it was not related to COVID-19. What is the assurance that this one will be different from what we have experienced before? Because each time government carry out an intervention among its citizens, the level of result we're supposed to get should reflect on the society to know that yes, the impact of the money government give to us between so month and so month is the result of the increase in productivity in so area since the intervention came. What is the level of assurance that this step will really boost our economy and restore businesses that were lost as a result of COVID-19?
Well, first of all, before I went to that office, I was having a lukewarm attitude towards government interventions in certain situations. But now that I'm the manager of the program, I now know that there are different skills, there are different levels of intervention. This one is a World Bank assisted program, and there are strict rules that you must follow. Because, of course, I've traveled to Abuja severally for training, and if you go by flight, as small as the boarding pass is, if you do not tender it, you didn't attend the program. Even if you spoke at the program, there's a video evidence that you spoke at the program, then you will have a certificate. As long as the boarding pass is not there, you won't be paid. So this program insists on documentation to show that you have done this, you have done that. Now, before now, it has been a state government issue, and let our people go, let's do this with it, let's do that with that. This one, of course, I will be asked questions. Before the government will ask me questions, World Bank will ask me questions. So
let's see who's calling. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Your name and location, please. We lost it. Sorry. Yeah, continue.
So it's something that is thought-provoking. We have to, we must do it, must follow the rules in doing it. So when we follow the rules to do it, I'm sure everything will be fine. You know, this program is not like every other program. It is time bound. It has, you know, different scales that you must, different hurdles that you must pass at each point. Before I came here, they just gave us a template to fill about what we have done, how far we have gone, what are we preparing for next week's visit. You must get all these things done, and you must do report every time you do something, which must be verifiable. So it's different from other ones that we are doing, and we are doing monitoring. So we go around to see what people have done. People may also have their misgivings because of the past. Of course, they are entitled to their opinion. But then, what can we do? We must continue. You see, the governor, I must give it to him. Last year, December, I went for a conference in Uyo, where we did a peer review with different states of the federation in the South. And our governor was giving kudos for what he's doing. Because before then, we went around the local government areas of the state through the idea of youth monitoring and mentoring. What is that office doing? After that program that we went around the state to check those people who have been given empowerment by the state government across board, to check them, and then to also advise them on how well to do their businesses. So when they had a list of these people in every local government area, we will just convene the meeting, and then they will come and sit down, we will talk to them. Those who have sold their equipment were not part of the next step that were to be given anything. So it has to do with building the capability of these people. You were trained from the grassroots and empowered. What level of progress have you made? That was why we went for that visitation. And then, if we have seen that you have done very well, the next step we'll do is to scale you up for another empowerment project that will make your business blossom. There's a girl now in the coup that was empowered. The girl came from university, she did a master's job. She went to photography. Today, she travels around the country. For her to even speak on our Wednesday program, MSME Today, we beg her. That time, not day. There's no time, because today I'm going to Lagos, tomorrow I'm going to London, I'm going to Abuja, and they give her big contract, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. A small girl. So that's somebody who valued what government did for her. You are getting the point? It's one of the testimonies that this government has. That is a young girl who had no job. You do that. There's also another one again from Europe who have moved for them to worry. She came from youth service, and then she observed that the person that was sewing a seamstress in her father's compound was always delayed people's materials, delivering on this product. She sat down for 3 months and learned how to sew, and then she opened up her shop near that lady. So when customers come to visit the lady, the lady is not always there. They just this girl learned from her, and maybe we just give her. They started giving her products to do. Today the girl has bought a car. Out of fear that she's going to be killed by anything, she relocated from that place to worry. But you see, the attitude while you invest in your business is what makes you go. So that's what the government is doing. And government doesn't want the youth. Today you hear of ICT training. Tomorrow you hear of RISA. Today you hear of DYM, different projects in the state. The government wants the youths, wants people in the state who are doing businesses to survive, so that dependence on government alone will be minimized.
Okay, apart from the COVID-19 intervention you are doing,
yes,
your agency is Delta State Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency.
Yes.
What have you done before the intervention of the COVID-19 that we are embarking upon now?
Well,
What have you done as an agency?
We have done a lot. The agency is basically meant to coordinate the activities of all micro, small, and medium enterprise development agencies in the state. All agencies that have to do with empowerment is to be coordinated by that DEMSMA. And then we give advisory services, advisory business support services to businesses across board. You know, we collaborate with different agencies to do our work. That's why we're able to link up with Bank of Industry. People who have need for financial support to run their businesses write to us, and we scale it up to the government. We write memos to governor to approve. These people are business people. We have verified them. They have given us good business proposals, and they can do this. This is what they want to do. So if they are in need of, let's say, 5 million, and the governor approves that 5 million, as a rule, you're not supposed to give them the money like that. You give them half of that money to go and invest in their businesses, and then you look at them.
Let's take this. Hello. Hello. Yeah, your name and location, please. Pardon? Okay, go ahead.
Where can we locate your office?
Okay, the office is at the State Secretariat, Olorugu Felix Ibu Annex. Olorugu Felix Ibu Annex, second floor. Delta State Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprise Development Agency. Olorugu Felix Ibu Annex. That is where the office is located. Along Maria Babangida.
So now I hope you got the location. So if you want to reach out to them, go to Maria Babangida Way, and the new secretariat, Olorugu Felix Ibu Secretariat. Is that what you said?
Yeah, yes, Annex.
And ask of their office. You will get them there. Thank you for calling, and we expect other viewers to make their contribution, ask questions or suggestions on the way to enhance this agency's work. Because if the people who are benefiting from this program really take out their time to, ply the trade they are assisted on, I think the state will be better for it. More jobs will be created, more opportunities will be created, and the implementation of these programs will also enable the government to scale up the support they have been given and ensure that they give you are given let me say one CU machine before now, and you need an industrial machine because of the effort you have made. Government will be willing to do that. I think that is what you do.
Yeah, yes.
So you were telling us about the other programs you have embarked upon before.
Yes.
Can you elaborate more?
Sometime during the time of Ashedu, they gave loans, CBN loans to business people, over 2 billion naira across the states. And then they also gave keke, tricycle, to keke riders in the states. We also gave out cassava grinding machines and palm oil processing machines to deserving persons who applied to the office. We've done a lot. Even there was a time we gave startup packs and financial support or aid to market women, because we have different people who are our stakeholders in the office. We have.
Let's take this. Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Evening. Your name and location, please.
I'm Joy.
Okay, go ahead, Joy.
Sorry? If you are doing business in Delta states, you are qualified. If you are doing your business in Delta state, you are qualified. It may not be for them. No, our government is magnanimous. He did not just say for only Deltans. But if you are doing your business in Delta states, of course you are also qualified for it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. So you were talking about how in Ashedu's time, the things that were given out.
Yes, we give money, 500,000, 200,000, 300,000 to people depending on the position you belong in, what was designed as at that time. We give keke to people. That's a tricycle. They give oil mills to the oil processing machines to people, cassava getting machines to people, pepper grinding machines to people. It's something that has helped people. And then we have artisans, these barbers, plumbers. They have administration. Of course, they also reach out to them. We also hold meetings with them, and then we counsel them on how to run their businesses all the time.
Hello? Hello? Evening, please turn down the volume of your TV set. Your name, please. Okay, go ahead.
I want to know the location of the office.
Okay.
The office is located at Mayor Barongida, off Mayor Barongida Way, by Olorugu Felix Ibu Annex Secretariat.
And what's the name of the office, please?
Delta State Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Let's take it. Hello? Hello? Please, it's not clear. Can you please do us a favor by calling back? Continue.
So, even presently, there's a program that is ongoing, though we have already selected beneficiaries for that. Governor Bangladesh approved that we.
Let's take this. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, your name and location, please. Evening.
From Anwan.
Your name, please.
I'm Mary.
Mary, go ahead.
I've been registered for it for before. And then they came to my house to come and verify and saw what and capture me. Everything, I've done everything. But when they paid others, they have not paid done. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Okay, there could be one of many things that could have happened why you were not paid. If they captured you in your house, one of many things could have happened. One, some people may have passed because you must get up to 40% pass mark before you are paid. It's possible that you didn't get to 40%. I'm not sure because I don't have your data. It's also possible that some of you who applied, you applied with your name, but you gave somebody else's bank account. You also applied with your name, gave somebody else's phone number, or applied with your name, gave somebody's bank account with your name. So at the time of verification, we discover that your name is your name. The bank name you are giving is your bank name, but the account number does not belong to you. You are a fraud. We cannot trust you, and so we cannot give you money. So many things could have happened why you are not paid. Let's take this.
Yeah.
It was simple. I've registered. They have not paid me. They have not, even the day they did the last capture government has not called me.
Okay, Mary, listen to what he said. He's trying to address your question before you call back. Just listen. He will address your situation. Can you hear us from here?
Yes, I'm hearing.
Okay, listen to your.
Want to the secretariat again.
No, listen. Let him address you on the why you may not. You didn't get what others got when they paid. You understand? So just listen to him. He will tell you some of the reasons that may have led to that. But let's make this call before he answer you.
Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, I'm hearing.
Okay.
Yes. So, Mary, I said there are one of many things that could have happened why you were not paid. One, some of you may not have gotten up to 40% of the score because of what you filled. Why will you not get up to 40%? One, they will say, how many people do you have in your employ? Maybe when you were doing enumeration, you have told that you have 6. And when we're not doing verification, you are bringing 2 names. Maybe when we told them to, you do enumeration, your address was in Ubuluku. At time of verification, we are saying that you are in Asaba. You are a fraud. So we will not give you that. But then, most people didn't get it because you give us your name, but it depends on a different person's account number. And then somebody's account number with your name. It's difficult to trace you. It means that you are not a reliable person. Some women too gave their husband's account numbers with their own name. It's not a joint venture. So you will not be able to get.
Let's take this. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Your name and location, please.
Mr. Sunday.
Sunday, go ahead. From where? Calling from where?
From Delta here.
Where in Delta?
Apana.
Okay, go ahead.
During the time of that COVID-19, after the COVID-19, and some people would have come to my shop and verify all these things people are talking about. They have captured me in with my workout. Along the line, they say that they will hear from them. Up to today, none are there. Why?
Okay, let me answer you. This country, we have so many people who are trying to be fraudulent. Government didn't send people to people's houses to start capturing them. What agencies did was to do a random survey of houses of people who may have been impacted by COVID-19. And then when that was done to enable government key into programs like this that are on ground. And so what you were supposed to do after then was to listen to news, read newspapers, and get information from people to know whether this program was existing. People came from Patani, from Burutu, from Baramatu, from different parts of the state to come and to apply, and they enjoyed this program. So if you are not Banam and you didn't get it, it shows that you were not really
Didn't follow up.
You didn't follow up what happened. I know many people in Banam who came, even the day of the flag off that we disbursed money last year. Many people came here. We had over 2,000 people at the Dome Event Center that they came to still register. We still have that data with us. So, but if you are not there, you can still come to the office. You can still apply. In the second round, you will be attended.
Let's take it. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, your name and location, please.
Good evening, sir. My name is Naomi.
Okay.
I'm calling from DBS Road.
Go ahead.
Seriously, I'm enjoying the program from the beginning to the time. I commend what the governor is doing. I'm very so happy.
Okay.
And one of his sisters does come and ask about if you are indigent or not, and what the presenters there saying. I was so excited because even me too, I have a small business doing that. I'm not indigent of Delta State here, but I would like if they will assist me financially.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. If you follow the program, you know the modalities is spelled out here. So you follow the process, and if you are lucky enough, you get you get the assistance, because he has told you here that so long as you are doing business in Delta State, you are entitled to such benefits if really you scale the hurdles that are required to be met.
All right, sir. I would like to ask, when are they not helping? Is it every day the usual thing in their office there?
Of course, yes. Yes, you can come to the office as on tomorrow. We can attend to you.
Okay, sorry. Tomorrow I don't know, sir, but any day I'm ready, I will.
The earlier you do it, the better. It's not any day you are ready. That's why people miss out. Because there are so many people who are queuing up for it.
So, all right, thank you. You see, they are really excited when you say that non-diseases can also benefit.
Yes.
That is the magnanimity of the government, like you said.
Yes.
And we will keep educating people on this platform so that they would really know what your agency is also doing. We were trying to also expatiate on what is her name again?
What made people...
Ashedu did.
Yes.
At that time, people will give support to 2 billion to assist people and all that. Can you highlight more on that?
No, they gave assistance to people, to businesses across the state. That thing was supposed to be a loan to them. That was supposed to be paid back.
So let's take this one again. Hello? Lost it.
Supposed to pay back to government. They gave the money to people, they bought tricycles, did so many things to people. And the office, from time to time, we write to governor. Governor approves for us to disburse items to existing businesses, because we don't really deal with people who are just starting businesses. That's why you must register. Registering means that some part of your money must be returned back to tax, because you and I are paid from the taxpayers' money. And so if people don't pay tax to government, it means that we are running foul of the law. So you must register your business with government for government to be able to assist you.
Hello? Please turn down the volume of TV set. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Your name and location, please. We can hear you here.
I hear you people talking about what kind of
Your name and location, please.
Chooks. I'm calling from Masaba.
Chooks?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to ask about what is what is going on. Is it going from office, civil servant, or any other person can apply for the
Your TV set is high, please, madam. Turn it down, Mr. Chooks.
Is it Mr. Chooks or Mrs. Chooks?
I say Mr. Chooks. I think Mr. Chooks. His voice look like a female voice.
Yes. In any case,
Sound like a female voice.
the loans or the grants we are given to people is not for any class of persons. It's for everybody that is doing business. If you are a business person and you are living in Delta State, are entitled to it. So it's not for civil servants alone or for anybody. No.
Okay.
If you have a business you are running.
What happened to the loan given during those time?
Of course, people got it. People got an estimate, and then the loans were given through banks, microfinance banks. You know, the money was shared to microfinance banks to give to people who applied for them. And so right now, what we are doing is we have communities of those microfinance banks across the state. To say, okay, where are we? The people who give loans to the maturity time has expired. Can we get the money back? There's a response that's coming, and I talk with the Accountant General of the state on how far we've gone. Severally, we've given reports. We will keep on giving reports on what we are doing.
As an agency that has to do with development of micro, small, and medium enterprises, what is your advice to businessmen and women in the state? Wait, let's take this. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello. Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
It's not only civil servant, that can apply, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any this thing that you bring like payslip or any other thing? Or
You don't use payslip for such applications because you'll be implicating yourself as a civil servant. You're not supposed to have a business you run except a farm. So if you are doing that with backdoor, you are supposed to be anonymous in such things you are doing. You bring your business registration or what you use to register your business, what you bring to us, and then we guide you on how to register with us. Yes.
Mind you, as a civil servant, we only permitted to do
yes.
to do farming or farming business. So,
that's the reason why I'm asking.
okay.
I don't want to.
So you can go to the office and make such clarification on the way to go about it. Or your husband that is not a civil servant can apply.
Thank you very much.
All right.
So you asked me about the advice.
Yes, the advice.
Well, right now we are in a boom period for all business people in the state. They should take advantage of the situation that they have right now, because the governor is actually very happy with business people, and he takes this as a pet project, his pet project.
Let's take this. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, your name and location, please. Pardon?
Yeah. Can hear you. So they should take advantage of this boom period to key into all facilities our government is doing.
Hello, what do you mean, sir?
Your name and location, please. We lost it. That voice sharp.
Yeah, it's very sharp.
Hello?
Hello.
Please turn down the volume of your TV set.
Hello.
Go ahead, your name and location. Onitsha. Okay, go ahead. Can't hear you.
So they should take advantage of the facilities we have right now in the states to enhance their businesses.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
I'm not serious. Go ahead, my brother.
So they have to take advantage of the facilities we have now in the states and then make good use of the assistance that government is giving to them. Because once they invest positively in their businesses,
Let's take this. Hello? Hello?
invest in their businesses, we'll all be happy. The Delta State will become mini China. It will become a business hub in the country. You know, the state is peaceful. We don't have insurgency here.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
What do you mean, sir?
Evening, your name and location.
I didn't say. Upstairs.
Your name is what?
Upstairs.
Confidence. Calling from where?
Onitsha.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Confidence. Take time for money. Confidence, we are not joking here. We are here for a serious business. And if you don't have any contribution to make, don't bother calling. Because you are obstructing other calls that want to make meaningful contribution to this program. However, thank you for watching and following the program. Hello. Hello. Ross, I think the last one, if you have any last call, that will be the last one. I'm going to take the next one that will come in if we succeed in getting it, and we will be taking off, rounding up now because time is not on our side.
Yes.
So you are advising the business owners and
They should take advantage.
Let's take this. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Your name and location, please.
I'm Mr. Sunday. I've called before from Apana.
Okay, Sunday, continue, yeah?
I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Is it those that are registered in their business that are receiving the quality?
Yes, you register your business with either cooperative society or with Corporate Affairs Commission. If your business,
Can I register now?
and you go to Ministry of Trade and Investment. Yes, by way of Bangida, you can register there, or you go to Corporate Affairs Commission to register.
Okay, then, yeah. How much did it cost me to register?
When you get there, they will tell you how much it is. That is not within the purview of my office, but at least it's not expensive. You can easily get your business registered.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for my cooperation.
Thank you very much.
So they didn't allow you to give advice to business owners in this state.
They should key into government important agenda like this, and then use government facilities properly. If government is investing in business people, you should only justify good intention of government by doing well in their businesses. They should not divert the money to other purposes, because it's all meant for that, and the money belongs to all of us.
They should not go and marry more
Marry
wives.
one wife,
Hello?
buy cars with it.
Hello, Ageh.
Yeah,
I'm Chooks.
you called earlier. Turn down the volume of your TV set, Chooks.
I'm coming from Ageh.
Yes, go ahead.
Which office are you talking about? You said that they come small.
Delta State Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency, DEMSMA.
think this is how far we'll go on this program today. We will bring you back maybe when you have, progressed further into the program, like the disbursement or that when you finish, what's it called now? Accreditation of beneficiaries.
Yes, of beneficiaries.
So that you can also enlighten us on how far you have gone as far as the program is concerned. I want to thank you for making it to today's episode of The Meeting Point. Our guest has been Mr. Abel Ageh, Director of Administration, Delta State Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency, DEMSMA. We want to thank you for all your effort to drive this process on behalf of the Delta State government. We hopefully believe that the more beneficiaries we have in the state, the better for the state. Like you said, it's our prayer that in the next 2-3 years, Nigeria will become, Delta State will become like China, where small and medium scale businesses drive the economy of such countries. So it's our prayer and belief that God one day will enable us to actualize these lofty dreams. My name is Michael Ekoko. Join us same time tomorrow for another episode of The Meeting Point.
It's always my pleasure.